Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Kathy Feigl's 1000 subscriber hop and giveaway. I'm combining that with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, and today is day 19, and we are using this sketch from the Hip Kit Club, and I combined it with a lift that I'm doing of this layout from Kathy. So in the sketch it has that circle photo and then it has florals around it. Well, I thought it paired up nicely with this particular layout of hers because she has the circle of florals. So rather than having my photo be the circle, I am having the circle be the flowers. And then in the sketch it has a light color paper at the top and a darker color paper at the bottom, so I am mimicking that, and I am just tearing my paper, my white paper there to be the top. I really like how that looks, and her paper was completely white. She didn't have any other paper combined with it, but I thought this was a nice compromise, and it worked well with both the sketch and the layout that she has that I am scrap lifting. So I pulled out a bunch of florals from Pink Fresh Studio, and I played with using those, and they would have worked okay, and it looks great. It could have worked just fine that way, but I don't know. I wasn't happy with it. It needed something more. I didn't have any more florals to put between those two bottom sprigs that I thought matched well enough. I tried pulling in some other ones like from Cocoa Vanilla, but the style of them was just too different. So I ultimately pulled out the sticker book from the Happy Planner, and it's an interesting sticker book because it's all florals, which is kind of unusual for Happy Planner. They usually have a lot of planner style stickers like for appointments and that kind of stuff, but this one just has florals and like sprigs in it. So I pulled that out, and they happen to be on clear. They're clear stickers, the ones that I'm using. I think the book actually has a mix of clear and ones that are on white, but I pulled out these clear ones, and I don't usually use clear stickers very often, but and if I do, I usually back them on white, but in this particular case it worked out really well. So I just decided I was gonna kind of go with that circle feel, and I didn't really draw anything. I do have to adjust it a little bit as I go because I kind of go a little bit oblong, but in the end it does create a circle. You could see me kind of tracing a circle there with my tweezers, and not actually tracing it on the paper, but I'm just kind of like getting the idea of where the next sticker should lay down. And I am cutting some of those stickers apart so that they fit a little bit better on the curve that I want them to be on. And I like how it's looking, and it's working really well for me, and I'm pretty excited that it is coming together so well. And so a few other things I noticed when I was scrolling through Kathy's Instagram feed, that some things that I wanted to lift, that she does a decent amount of mixed media, and so I'm going to put a little bit of splatter on this at the end. Most of her, well, she does some pretty complex mixed media, but she does some simple mixed media too. So this one's going to have a little bit of simple mixed media. And then there was a section of layouts that I was scrolling through that had a lot of like that sketchy pen work, and whether it is around the outside of the layout or more central to the layout. So I decided to go ahead and lift that idea as well. And that is something that I do too. I do some of that sketchy pen work, but she had quite a few layouts in a row that had that on it, so that's what I kind of pulled from it. So I am going to do that. And then in her sketch, or in her layout, she had the word happy, and then she had some stamped words as well. And so I'm going to pull the word happy. You can see a die there right next to my paper trimmer, and it is actually the same die that she probably used because it's the same font. It is Heidi Swap handwriting, and so I'm assuming she used the same die. So that's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to add some stamped words just like hers. And I will pop, well, I currently have the photo for the sketch up, but I'm going to pop her sketch up, or her layout up, so you can see that. So there's her layout, and you can see there she has that same word happy, so I'm going to use that. And then I pulled out some, pulled out my box that I do mixed media in, especially if I'm doing a lot of spritzing or spraying. And I just decided to use some Kaisercraft mist in, let's see, what color is that? It is called turquoise. Pretty simple color. And then I pulled in some green as well, and that is from Nuvo, and it's just a green color. And then a little bit of Dilutions that is not shimmery in green. And so I like how that looks. I have a little bit more sprinkle on mine than she has on hers, but that's okay. I don't mind that. And then I haven't stuck my entire layout or the top portion of the layout on that background paper as of yet. So I decided to just go ahead and cut out a piece here that I can use to cut the word out of. And I'm using like the piece out of pretty much the same spot that it's going to lay on the layout so that the pattern matches. I don't think that's it, I don't think it's a big deal if you're cutting it out of a different area or whatever. It's not noticeable at all because it's not like it's laying right directly on that background or on the same color background. But I just wanted to pull in the same colors that would be represented in that background paper. So here's where I do my little sketchy lines, and I find that it's easiest if you pull towards you when you're making those lines. If you're trying to push away from you, they end up a lot of times going off the page and getting jagged. And I don't really move at my wrist. I move at my elbow and my shoulder to draw those lines pulling towards me, which tends to keep the paper, or keep the line on the paper. And then in her sketch, or in her layout, she had a stamped area in the bottom left-hand corner, and I didn't want to stamp on that watercolory kind of background paper. That is a Paige Evans paper, in case you're wondering, but I didn't really want to stamp on that. I wanted to just bring in a piece of that ripped paper down at the bottom to mimic that same ripped area up above, and I'm going to stamp on that. Now, I don't have the stamps, the same stamps she's using, and you don't have to have the same stamps that somebody else is using. You can use whatever you want, but I definitely wanted something that was a little bit on the softer side and a little scripty. So that's what I did. Hers are super soft and really beautiful. Kathy's layout is just amazing, and she is so much fun to do hops with. She participates in the Stretch the Sketch with me, and we've done a lot of other hops that are kind of like one-off hops, and I think she does, I want to say she does Punched Out Thursday and maybe Mixed Media Frenzy, but she is really a truly talented scrapbooker and just a wonderful person, so I highly recommend you go check out her channel, and I highly recommend you check out the other ladies that are playing along in this celebration for her. And she is doing a giveaway, so make sure you go check out her channel and follow whatever she says are the requirements to be entered in that giveaway. So that's pretty awesome. So here I am stamping my layout. That bottom one says "You are the best," and then I am stamping a couple of other ones up here that talk about happiness. And originally I thought I would use this photo of my grandson at this park that we went and visited, but I am going to end up switching it out to a photo of me and my husband when we were on the coast in Santa Cruz near our house. So just to document that day that we went over and had a really great day on the coast, and so I thought I would just swap it out. I will end up trimming that photo down, and I know the background is really beautiful in that photo, but I have a lot of photos from that day that has a lot of that kind of background in it, so I am going to trim it down because the photo's a bit overpowering, especially for that circle, and I don't really need all of the background scenery in it, so I decided just to go ahead and trim that down and then remat it so that it will have, you know, the same 1/8 of an inch reveal all the way around the photo in white. And since my photo is a little bit smaller, I am going to have to add a couple of more flowers to complete that circle. And I like how that's going to look. I do have to play with this turquoise one because it was kind of making it look like the circle went a little bit too far out to the right. So I'm just adjusting some things, and these, surprisingly, these stickers are very sticky, so pulling them off was kind of like taking a risk, but it did work out. They came off okay, and then I was able to move them around. And then I added those little tiny heart stickers throughout the area just to fill in some of the blank spaces. I like how that's looking. I finished up the sketchy outline along the bottom of the white paper. I did not do any sketchy outline around the watercolor paper, as you can see there. So I really like how it looks, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and go check out everyone else who is playing along. I had a lot of fun playing along with Kathy, and I look forward to seeing what everyone else has done, and I hope you do too, and that you're able to go and check out the videos that everyone else has done. Congratulations, Kathy. I will see everyone next time. Bye-bye now.